If you've ever found yourself in that strange corridor of life, where one door has quietly closed behind you, and the next hasn't swung open yet, you're not alone. That pause, the in-between, can feel unsettling. It may seem as though nothing is happening, yet internally, everything is shifting. This transitional period isn't wasted time. Rather, it's proof that you're gearing up for something fresh. Today, we'll explore how to recognize this moment for what it truly is, a beginning. Have you noticed that endings rarely announce themselves with fireworks or dramatic exits? More often, they come quietly, almost invisibly. You might suddenly realize that something you reached for daily has been untouched for a while, gathering dust, or that a routine you've followed for years feels oddly foreign, as if it belongs to someone else entirely. These subtle signs indicate a chapter is closing, even if the next hasn't yet been revealed. Small habits begin to fade when they no longer serve you. You may stop checking certain things daily, or skip steps you once followed automatically. Activities that used to energize you might start to feel draining. Even the way you spend your time can shift. These changes are rarely intentional, but reflect the internal adjustments preparing you for the next stage. And yet, this space can feel uneasy. When old patterns no longer fit, it's as if you're suspended between two worlds, no longer at home in what was familiar, yet not ready to embrace what's coming. That sensation of emptiness, of unstable footing, isn't chaos, but it can be disorienting. You sense that something is fading, but clarity about what comes next hasn't arrived. Often, it's here, in this ambiguous space, that real change begins. Think of it like reaching the end of a page in a book. The story is still unfolding, yet you intuitively feel the page is almost done. Beyond it lies the blank space of the next page, brimming with potential. That emptiness carries a quiet promise of what's to come. Consider someone with a nightly ritual, watching a show, scrolling aimlessly, or repeating a familiar routine. One evening, they pause earlier. They feel no pull to finish. The next night, the same happens. They don't have a replacement or an explanation. They simply stop. That's how endings begin. Subtly, gradually, clearing space for what's arriving next. Psychologists have observed that people often withdraw from old behaviors before they consciously recognize the path ahead. Letting go precedes understanding. You don't need certainty about the next step for your mind and body to start readying themselves. Detachment comes first. Clarity follows. This process resembles how trees prepare for winter. Leaves drop not due to failure, but because the tree knows it cannot maintain what is no longer useful. The bare branches seem lifeless, yet the tree is conserving energy for the season ahead. Likewise, your routines and habits may fade quietly or resistively, but always with purpose. These endings are not mistakes or failures. They signal growth underway. The gaps in your day, the fading habits, and the subtle unease are all signs that you're moving forward, not stuck. As your inner world shifts, the outer world begins to reflect it. Have you noticed familiar environments feeling subtly different, even before you consciously acknowledge change? It's as though your surroundings resonate with unspoken shifts in your mind. Initially, these signs are easy to overlook, but once recognized, they are unmistakable. The light in a room, the sound of footsteps, or the quiet between conversations might start to stand out. Streets you've walked hundreds of times may reveal a new softness, or objects in your home might feel oddly misplaced. These small signals indicate that your outer world is beginning to mirror the internal changes taking place. This raises an intriguing question. Is reality itself changing, or are you simply perceiving it differently? Perhaps it's your own awareness evolving. As you prepare for new directions, your senses heighten. What was once background noise becomes noticeable, and what previously held focus fades. Imagine a river carving its path. At first, the water flows unchanged, yet over time it reshapes its banks, forming new channels silently. Similarly, your internal current shifts, subtly guiding the world around you to adapt. Picture someone in a familiar park. Usually, they scroll through their phone, barely aware of their surroundings. But suddenly, they notice the silence between sounds, the gentle breeze on their skin, or a flash of color in the distance. Nothing new has been added, yet they are noticing what was always present. Cognitive psychology explains this. When preparing to learn or experience new things, awareness broadens. The brain scans for patterns and details, anticipating shifts in perspective. This widening of perception is an early signal of transformation. Your inner reality is quietly preparing for growth, and your senses adapt accordingly. Spaces that once felt comfortable may now feel heavy, almost alien. That familiar room no longer fits the version of you that is emerging. This tension between comfort and mismatch reflects the mind recalibrating to align internal changes with the outer world. Every new observation and every pronounced silence signals this alignment. These quiet environmental cues are not coincidences. They confirm that internal changes are already rippling outward. The worlds within and without are converging, showing you that motion has begun. Often, your body senses the shift before your mind does. Fatigue at odd times, sudden surges of energy, or restless wakefulness are subtle indicators. These sensations may feel like imbalance, yet they are early markers that your body is preparing for transformation. Disrupted sleep patterns, waking in the middle of the night, and restlessness are part of this recalibration. It's easy to mislabel these signs as stress or error, but they're frequently evidence of your system creating space for a new rhythm. Think of it as the faint light of dawn before a new day begins. It may be barely perceptible, but it signifies change. Similarly, your body's altered patterns are early beams of growth, preceding conscious recognition. Neuroscience supports this. During periods of learning and change, the brain builds new neural pathways, often during sleep, disrupting rest in the process. These seemingly uncomfortable signals indicate that internal restructuring is underway. Resistance naturally accompanies this phase. The body resists the unknown because unfamiliarity feels unsafe. Yet this resistance is not an obstacle. It's energy, ready to propel you forward once understood. Next time your body feels restless, fatigued, or unsettled, notice it as a signal rather than just stress. Your biology is preparing you for changes your mind has yet to articulate. That discomfort is the page turning before the words of a new chapter appear. Here's the truth. Your next chapter isn't distant. It's already emerging inside you. The space between endings and beginnings is not empty. It's alive with small signals, fading habits, shifting routines, and new energy patterns. These moments may feel uncomfortable, but they are not errors. They are evidence of growth. When old patterns dissolve and doubt arises, it's not a setback, it's realignment. So don't wait for perfect clarity or a roadmap. Your next chapter has begun. Embrace it, observe it, step into it, and if you're ready, leave the word chapter in the comments.